Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. We have the talented commentator, YouTuber, media personality, Armon Wiggins. What's going on?
What is poppin'? I'm happy to be in the house.
Yes. Okay, so you were just trying on your outfits. I did like the denim jacket better, but this is cute too. You look good.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You also have the new studio. Tell us about the new studio.
The new studio is cool. I mean, it's honestly, it's a place where I'm at. I'm happy that I have it because now I'm not working from home. So it allows me to have creative thoughts beyond just like my room. And so like working from home was getting a little redundant and I was getting bored and burnt out quicker. And so now that I have the studio, I'm able to like it's bigger than me. So like when I feel like I'm bored, I'm like, well, actually, you're not. So now you can rearrange it. There's a lot that can get done. So I always have stuff that I can do, and it's going to be easier for me to create with content creators locally as well.
So how do you decide? I see that you have like the love seat. I don't know what you call it, but like the seat, and then you have like the screen in the back. How do you decide? Okay, today I'm sitting in the desk, and then today I'm gonna sit in front of the screen.
Okay, so originally I have, and I still have the plan. I have a certain type of plan for the love seat visual with the screen, but I have to figure out this software. So I'm learning this software because it's a certain way that I need to for that set to work. So right now that is just going to be the interview set. So when I have the interviews, it'll be that and the podcast vibe. But when I'm doing my regular one-on-one show, this way allows me to be the driver and talk directly to the audience. So
You're getting fancy. I love it.
yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. And it's not really fancy. It's just that I'm getting more. I'm like addicted to this stuff.
So you have the new studio. You're on a cleanse. I saw that. You've been all over social media saying that you're not partying, that you're not drinking alcohol, that you're not doing any drugs, that you're not having sex, right? Like it's like a cleanse of all the sins, right?
No, I didn't say that, but okay, but I get where you're going. A little, yeah, it's somewhere along those lines. But yeah, so I'm on a 60 day. The last day is Saturday,
Okay.
Friday
So
night.
what prompted this?
Well, last year I did it, and I wanted to get on a television show, and I did. I ended up trying it out for 60 days, and then it worked. I ended up being in an HBO documentary, and then one of my interviews got featured on Love and Hip Hop. So I had two TV per,
Spots.
placements, yeah, two television placements, and then I mean it started to roll over because then I got the Fox Soul, which is streaming across television networks. So it kept going. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should try this again in the top of the year. And honestly, I feel like throughout the year, just living in LA, it's something to do every day when it comes to like events and social gatherings and networking parties. So I feel like I'm always drinking or vaping. Even when you got here, we were getting drunk. You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right. And
Wait,
through the
huh? We
holiday,
did what?
don't lie to your people like
Don't
that.
put your lifestyle of
You
sin
are
on me, child.
definitely
When
drink.
did we get drunk?
When I met you at the bar,
Oh, see, yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry about that.
yeah. So anyway,
A
that's
little
what
too
happened.
tipsy. I need to go on a cleanse next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good time. And then Atlanta, you weren't really that drunk in Atlanta though.
No, because I was around these foreign people. Armand had me, with all these influencers, and
Oh my
it
God.
was really interesting.
I know you was acting like you didn't want to talk.
I'm shy.
No, you're not.
I'm really shy, you guys. I talk to you because, we have banter, but I don't, when it comes to people I just don't know at all, I just don't talk until spoken to. But I'm a smile and like say, hey.
Yeah, but then you also were like, so you are such and such, and what's this drama with you online? I'm like, that's how you were talking to people at the table.
No, they were talking to me about it. I was just
No,
responding.
you.
I was
Oh.
just responding. We were talking about YouTube stuff with YouTubers, and I was contributing to the conversation. That's what was going on.
Okay.
But I don't hang around a lot of influencers like you. You're like real mixy and stuff. That's what the
Oh,
kids say.
please. You don't want to get into mixy. Because I had to, I had to
I'm not
cut you off for
mixy.
a minute. I had to cut you off for a minute because you was a little too mixy.
Okay, so new studio, you got the cleanse, you're not drinking alcohol, you
Mhm.
are now a part of SAG.
Yes, I'm so excited about that.
Okay, so tell me why you're a part of SAG and how did you become a part of SAG?
So why? Because I had to, in order to, even be considered for the Foxhole or anything like moving forward here. So I guess that's a requirement to work here. And these are things that I'm really happy that I've learned like through this like process of like, you know, being the guest host at Foxhole. These are things that people don't tell you as a YouTuber, you know what I mean? So there's levels to all of this stuff. And like we have to figure things out on our own as we go. So being part of the union, I learned that you need that to get certain jobs, or you won't even be even you're
Consider.
not qualified. Yeah, you won't even be considered. Um, so that's how I did that. That's why I ended up doing that. Now, how I got it, it's an interesting story. But long story short, the lady found a job that I did back in 2005, and she ended up using that to qualify me to be eligible to pay the fee to become SAG. So I had to do a job in order to get it. So and at first I wasn't qualified for
Like
it. I
in
kept
the
calling.
industry, like an
Yeah,
acting
so I
job or
performed at well, I performed at the MTV Video Music Awards in 2005, and I guess that was able to qualify me.
what you do?
I danced.
Oh.
I used to be a dancer in high school, so I danced with MC Hammer on the MTV Awards, and then that they used that.
Okay, so you only
Mhm.
need one credit to qualify?
Mhm.
What's the fee?
$3,000.
What? So is that an initial fee or is that yearly?
That's the initial fee, and then it gets broken up into like quarterly fees depending on like I guess the work and stuff.
Whoa. Okay, that's kind of crazy. See, they were saying I need to join SAG. Never mind.
No, you do. You do. You do. You really do. I haven't that's where you get all your residuals and all of that stuff. And I mean, it's the union. So you're a legit entertainer, you're a legit worker of the entertainment business once you become a part of the union. Like everybody can't get in because it's hard to qualify because I was trying to qualify because I needed to get this job. And they were like, but I couldn't use this to qualify because they were like, well, you need to get paid. You got to do this. It was going to take longer and I needed to get it before the week started. You know what
Oh.
I'm saying?
So
And
Fox
so,
Soul was like, you cannot be on our show if you're not SAG
yeah.
affiliated.
hmm
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I kept calling and they were telling me no. They were like, your name is in the system, but you're not qualified, like you're not eligible. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? And then I had this black lady, she was super cool. She was like, but I see your name right here. Let me look. And so she started digging. She was like, 2005. What did you do there? And so that's when I told her. So the lesson learned in that is like God is real and what's for you is for you. And then two, you never know what seeds you plant today that will manifest for your tomorrow. Like it could be 20 years down the line, but some work that you did today could benefit you in an opportunity, years down the line. Cause that was like what almost 20 years ago that I
Right.
did that.
How old
And
were you?
now,
You said high school?
yeah, I was like 17, 18.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was crazy.
Rapper, dancer, commentator,
I do it all because you never know what you're gonna have to pull out your arsenal to get where you need to go. You know what I'm saying?
multifaceted. Oh, female rap connoisseur. You are like the female rap
Mm.
expert. And when all of that stuff was going down with who was it? Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, you were like on a break, on a sabbatical. So
Yes.
I did my little 1-2 and I got up on my camera and said, okay, let me play Armon since he's taking a break. And I kind of broke down Bigfoot and whatnot. Now, when you came back, you were gung ho about Nicki Minaj. And I was asking the people, my people, I was like, what do y'all want me to ask Armon? And they told me to ask you, are you now on Nicki Minaj's payroll? Because you came back from your
God.
sabbatical really like going up for Bigfoot. You didn't really say
Uh,
anything negative. You didn't critique her. So it was giving
uh,
like she's paying you or like teasing you with an interview. What's the tea? Because you were
everybody
all
keeps
over
asking me that.
Twitter like praising Bigfoot. And I was like, that song is trash. Come on now.
First of all, you just don't like Nicki Minaj, but I love Bigfoot and I love Nicki Minaj. I just think that it was a Kiki. Now, I think that she shouldn't have said everything in the song the night before on Twitter, but I thought it was good. You know what I mean? It was entertaining, and I don't think that it was supposed to be the haymaker. I think she has many songs in her arsenal, but Megan Thee Stallion didn't respond. I'm not putting out a full hard, diss record towards somebody that's gonna act like they don't want to get in the ring. I'm gonna throw you out here. Let's see what you want to do. You want to get into the ring, girl? You want to battle? I got some more for you. Nicki got records for her. Like, let's be very clear. But there was no point because Megan Thee Stallion played that like, they go high when they go low, we go high roll. So she was like, I'm not addressing you. We're gonna, and Megan Thee Stallion won in the charts. So, they both played their game. So yeah, I'm not on Nicki Minaj's payroll. I'm on Armon Wiggins' payroll, So I'm here. I love Nicki Minaj. Her and Wendy Williams are my two favorite celebrities, period. Hands down. But it doesn't matter. I drag them too. Nicki still has me blocked on Instagram.
Well, she needs to unblock you for the work you did during that week.
Listen, I used to be hyped over like that stuff. I got enough foo-foo pages. Girl, blocking me is crazy. Because I got enough pages.
Mm.
You got a foo-foo page?
What that mean?
Like a fake page where you can go see the people that blocked you? Because I know people be blocking you too.
I don't check who blocks me.
So when the housewives block you, you don't see them?
I don't know of any housewives who have blocked me. No. I'm not as controversial. Okay. I'm not controversial like that. See, I may criticize them. I may talk about them and I may say something that they don't like, but it's never to a degree where it's like, oh my God, I need to block him. Like, I'm really respectful.
Me too. I feel like I'm that way too. And that's why I don't understand why people end up blocking me.
Well, you do a lot of crazy things.
No, I don't agree. But
you do. Like mocking African accents and stuff when you be talking about Simon Guobadia.
Crazy.
You would never do that on Fox Soul though. I know. But we trying to get you the job, so we're not gonna go down the rabbit hole. We're not gonna go down the rabbit hole of your most problematic moments. But when you be doing that, I be thinking, because I saw you with Stormy, you was like, oh, like you say things that I could never. If I got on here talking about an African accent, mocking Simon, cancel. Okay, let's do first word or phrase. Okay, so I say a word or name, and then you give me the first word or phrase that comes to your mind. Okay, first word or phrase. Claudia Jordan.
Love Claudia.
Love Claudia. Okay. First word or phrase. Jason Lee.
Yeah, she's late.
Did you see that Jason is running for a council member?
Yes, I saw that. Yes. And hopefully she wins.
Okay, let's play. Oh, I was going to do a side game. Say one nice thing about Jason Lee. Hopefully she wins. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Neither, like, I don't care one way or another. If he wins, he wins. But I still think he's late.
Okay.
Yeah.
First word or phrase. Wendy Williams.
Love Wendy Williams.
Love Wendy Williams. And the documentary. I see you love the documentary as well.
Love the documentary.
I did not like that documentary.
Really?
It's sad. It's depressing and it's sad. And imagine if she doesn't get out of the guardianship. Imagine if she never makes a comeback. Imagine if she kind of stays in this place. This will be our last memory of Wendy Williams. And that's just kind of like sad. No?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm all here for whatever the reality is. I'm glad that, I'm the type of person that I don't like to be left in limbo. And so, especially with a person like Wendy, who is like my favorite, it doesn't matter if she were like, if we never got this documentary and somehow she would have passed away, people would have had so many different stories and we would have been left wondering what happened and making up our own conclusions. So now, we know what happened. If it all comes to an end and she never comes back, we saw it. It's clear. It can finally be done. Like there's nothing left for us to imagine. We see what happened.
All right. First word or phrase. Young Miami.
Big faced.
Big face. What that mean? She got a big face?
Big face, like a jughead. Just huge, big round
like Ari.
face. I like Ari. Young Miami is a big face.
Kiki Palmer.
Liar.
Damn. You know what?
Manipulator, liar.
I was so team Kiki Palmer. I'm still team Kiki Palmer, but you laid it out. You laid out the entire story and had me changing my mind. I was like, oh, wow. Like, I was staring at the phone like, Kiki Palmer really is a liar. Like, you totally convinced me.
And she's like, it's not even so much of a liar. It's more of a manipulator.
Yeah. Sean Diddy Combs, first word or phrase.
Some tea. Freak off, freaky, kinky, weirdo, nasty.
Freaky kinky. Did you see the lawsuit that Young Miami's cousin was named in? She was trying to assault the. What do you feel about that?
I believe it's true. Any woman that sits around and let him, I don't know what we can say on this platform, but any woman that sits around and let a man, urinate in her face, I'm sure she'd bring her cousin in for a taste. And that was a bar.
First word or phrase, Risa Tisa.
All I could think is big back, but not because of me, but because of Charlamagne.
Did you watch her 50-part story?
Absolutely not.
Who the fuck did I marry? But do you know about the story?
Yeah, I know about the story.
And how do you feel about the story?
I just feel as though I'm not mad at her. I didn't understand, that's why when Charlamagne, said it was like big back energy, I just feel like us as people, we've all kind of been manipulated in a sense to, kind of looking for love and finding it in the wrong person and, somebody not being who they said they were, and kind of being catfished. I was before, and it didn't mean that I was desperate. I mean, the person, sold me a good story and put on a good front and really committed to the character, and I fell for it. So,
what happened? What they say?
It was more along the lines like people just didn't have the money that they say they had, or they never had a car. They just never would show you their face. Then you see them and they look a mess. It was just one of those things. But then it was like this love connection we would have on the phone. We would talk all the time. But then it was like whenever we were supposed to meet up, they could never meet up. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I just, at some point I have to realize like they're not who they say they are. They don't have it. But it was great, over the phone. It was like we would do the fighting and the arguing and all of that stuff. But
so there was never no evidence that they were catfish. You just assumed. Like you never unmasked the avatar.
I did, but they were just, like it was a long time ago. I was just like bamboozled. They were like this really cunty queen, but they were like had this deep voice. They were trying to play like this one way, and I think they were like a drag queen. That happened to me before. Now that is okay. That is a story for sure. So I used to date this boy. It was a while back. While back, and like we used to date. Like we was in a relationship, and it was a thing. It was really a thing. And I used to like this was one of my time where I was really trying to figure things out, and he was the top me. And I'm just like, yes. He used to be the top. It was just like a lot going on. And, we used to be in this full relationship. And then one day, this is when I lived in Houston, we were supposed to go to New Orleans because he's from New Orleans, and we were going to New Orleans newcomer pageant.
That's a drag show or a drag
it's
pageant?
Like a yeah, like for guys and girls or whatever. So I walk in the house, me and my best friend, because my best friend was kind of talking to one of his friends, and then my gay mother at the time was his gay mother. So we was going over there, and my other friend was talking to that person. So it was us three and them three. We was all talking, whatever, and I was dating him and whatever. But we was like really, really dating. So long story short, I go in there and I'm like, there's high heels and just a bunch of dragon stuff all on the floor. I'm like, whose stuff is this? And he came out in a full dress and hair. And he was like, oh, that's mine. I'm just getting ready for the newcomer. I'm like, girl, what? Like, you're a drag queen? And that's when I found out that she was a full drag queen, but she had been hiding it from me this whole time. And I was just so disgusted at that time because I'm like, girl, I'm letting this drag queen climb my bag.
Okay, so was it the fact that he was lying about it or the fact that he was a drag queen?
Both.
So you don't like the idea of your man being a drag queen?
And climbing my bag. No.
But you would climb theirs. So why didn't y'all just switch? Reverse. So you must be versed then.
Because I didn't see him in that way. I seen him in a way like he was like really playing the role with me. And I'm just like, what? Why would you do that? I was so disgusted.
So how long were y'all dating?
So then we went to New Orleans. But then, so at that point, I think we kind of broke up that day because I was like, I don't think I could handle that. So, but I still ended up going to New Orleans. When we went to New Orleans, like, it was just a mess because I was a hoe back there. I was a hoe during that time. So I ended up talking to one of his friends, and then one of his friends, and then I just started doing my own thing. But it was what it was.
How long were y'all dating?
Oh, it was like 3 months.
So you just did not want to look past it at all. You didn't develop
No.
no sort
He's
of
still a
strong
drag queen to this
emotional
day.
connection.
He's literally still a drag queen to this day. And it's so funny because like maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago, he was in LA. And I seen him, I'm like, girl, this is crazy. But now we are cool because this was over like 10 years ago. But it's like I ran into him again. Like, and we don't follow each other, we don't talk on socials. Like he really feels some type of way because I told the story. And that was like really the end of it. He really feels some type of way that I was disgusted. So, when I see him, it's like, hey, but like we're not cool.
Oh, but Risa Tisa. Okay, going back to Risa Tisa. So you got Catfished by the drag queen. And you
Yes,
got
yes, yes.
Catfished by the cunty guy with the deep
Yes, yes,
voice.
yes.
But I also be kind of feeling like, so I feel like all of TikTok and all of social media, they're going in on her. We now know that the guy who was lying to her, the husband, is schizophrenic and bipolar.
Bipolar.
But I kind of felt like she was so less than smart. And I understand like being vulnerable and being manipulated and being a victim and being lied to. But she literally moved in with this man after knowing him for 2 weeks. That was mistake number one. And anything that comes after that, I just kind of feel like I don't really feel that bad. 2 weeks.
2 weeks is crazy. What I've actually done it in less time. It wasn't a great idea. I don't even think I've ever told this story. It was one time here. I lived I it was a mess. Anyway, I came down here for Pride when I lived in Houston, and me and my best friend came to LA Pride. I met this dude over the weekend, and I decided he lived in Arizona, and I decided that I wasn't going back home. I quit my job, quit my job, left my whole apartment. I was a dummy. Left my whole apartment and moved in with this man in Arizona. Um,
What compels you to do something like that? I had one boyfriend, my one and only boyfriend that I've ever had in my 27 years of life. He one time mentioned, oh, maybe you should, one day. And I was like, no. Because we had only dated, we probably knew each other for maybe like 2 years and then seriously was dating for like maybe 3-4 months. I was like, are you dumb? Like, no, we don't know each other. And I feel like that's how you get into these toxic situationships. And then when you leave, where you gonna go? And it's messy. It's so messy. What compels you to do something like that?
I feel like I think I either lost my place or I was getting fired from my job. I like something was going on. And I was just like, you know what? I wanted to go to Pride. I think that's what it was. I really wanted to go to LA Pride, and I went to San Francisco Pride first. So my friend got me a flight to come to San Francisco. I got on the flight. Then from San Francisco, we went to LA Pride. And then I had so much fun. I didn't want to go back home to responsibilities. And I met this cute boy, and I was like, oh my God, he was telling me, talking all of, whatever. I was like, okay, whatever, I have nothing to lose. And so I went to Arizona and I changed my name.
You got married?
No, I changed, but because I didn't want people to know, you know, who Armon was because I was on some wild stuff. So my name was not Armon when I lived in Arizona. So there's a chapter of when I lived there, I would tell people I had a different name. And so I lived with this boy. It was just crazy. He ended up putting me out. He had guns and stuff all in the house. And then I ended up getting into a relationship with this other boy. I lived with him for a little bit. It became really, really
Okay,
toxic.
wait.
This is all in Arizona.
You didn't legally change your name, but you
Not
just went
illegal.
by a different name.
Yeah, I went by a different name.
And then he put you out. Why he put you out?
Because we wasn't getting along, and then, like, he was broke, and like, so we was like sleeping on the floor. He had like, it was just like really, it was ghetto. It was dangerous. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe like I just up and moved with this man, and man, my best friend fell out. Then I found another guy who ended up. He was a manager at H&M at the time. He was like 24. I was like, I don't know, 20, and I kind of stayed with him for a minute, but then he was just like a cheater. So he would like cheat, and he just like had a room for rent. And so I ended up getting put out of there, and I didn't know where to go. And then one of my friends that I had met throughout the club, which was like a hater, but then he still was cool with me. His cousin, which is a girl, she needed a babysitter to babysit her kids. So she let me come stay there. So then I would stay there with her and watch her kids. And she was married, like dating this African dude. And she was a trick at the time. She was a hoe at the time. She was like 23. It was just a mess. So I stayed out there for all a total like maybe 2 or 3 months in Arizona. And then like I was like, I gotta get out of here. And then I just finally came home. But I was so scared to tell my parents that I had failed. And I didn't want to come home. And but yeah.
Yeah, you be out here in the streets. You be Arizona. You lived in Atlanta at one point, right?
Yes. I've lived in
Now you're in.
Atlanta, Las Vegas, Florida, like Orlando, Arizona. Did I say that already? Las Vegas, Orlando, Arizona, Houston, and Atlanta. Yeah, I guess.
You've been all over.
That was what I did during my college years. I was trying to find myself, Joe.
And now you have clout. You have a little bit of fame. You have some influence and some impact. I saw you out at a Zeus event, and somebody tried to fight you, right?
Oh, yes. That was crazy, wasn't that?
Yeah. So the guy, from my vantage point, he seemed like a stalker. I don't know how y'all originally knew each other, but from what I saw, he seemed like a stalker and whatnot. And then y'all were at this Zeus event, and then according to you, he kept following you around the event, trying to, I guess, get some, I don't know, clout or something like that. And then I guess you slapped him, or
The guy tried to throw a drink on me, and we saw the drink coming. My partner ended up punching him when he threw the drink, and I tried to get to him to punch him, but security had grabbed me back. I was never hit, nor was a drink landed on me. So at that point, he got put out, my partner got put out, and then I left out with him, and that was pretty much it.
y'all didn't have no history before then?
I really didn't know him. It was more so like an online situation. My thing was I had seen him at a prior Zeus event, but I've also seen him online. So at this point, you see people online, they're trolling you. It's just like, okay, I could talk to you, I could not, but I'm like, I don't really care to talk to you because you go online and make it seem like it's all these other things. So at that time, I didn't want to talk to him because I'm like, girl, you're just gonna go online and trash me. So I'm not gonna give you any engagement. So that's pretty much what it was.
And it
But
was so weird because it's incessant. Like, he would do 5 videos about you a day. I don't understand that.
yeah, you used to drag me too, though.
Well, I have talked about you, but I was
You
never a
used to
stalker.
terrorize me.
I've never been a stalker. That's a lie. I've never
Well, I won't say he's a
terrorized you.
stalker. I won't say he's a stalker. Um, I won't say he's a stalker because he hasn't like shown up to my house or like shown up to like where I'm like at. So I won't just be like he's a stalker. Like I did run into him in the
Obsessed. He's
in
obsessed.
in I mean, but he hasn't talked about me since. I mean, we ran into each other. We're cool. Actually, we're cool now. I don't have a
Because y'all
problem with it.
made up, and that's the problem. I was disgusted by that, personally.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
Because
what
if somebody is incessantly talking trash about you online, okay, you can say I dragged you, but I never did that, and don't even try to compare me to that. Then y'all are showing up to the same places. Then he tries to throw a drink at you. Then the boyfriend had to beat him up. Then he got the black eye. And then next week y'all are out kikiing and taking pictures.
it wasn't next
disgusted.
week, Kiki, but understand, I didn't get whooped. I didn't get touched. So why am I pressed? If you want to
You
be
don't
cool,
have
you
to be
talk.
pressed. You don't have to
I
be
have no
pressed. But
like
why?
nobody what is nobody beat me up, nobody touched me. So what am I holding this? I don't have no problem with it. The guy was like, hey, it wasn't like that. My bad. We had a good time that night. I'm not finna hold no grudges on the nigga. It was what
You
it
don't have to
was.
hold a grudge, but you also don't have to take pictures and go out for drinks.
Well, we didn't plan to go out for drinks. I ran into him there. We ended up having a conversation. We had a good time that night. I had fun. I ain't worried about it. Like that was my thing. He didn't whoop my ass.
So what does it take for you to reconcile with somebody then, as long as they don't touch you?
My thing is I can reconcile with almost anybody, especially if it's a misunderstanding. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in that situation, now if he would have just knocked me out or beat me up or whatever, we probably wouldn't be talking. But in that instance, we all saw the video. I didn't get touched. So I don't care what Twitter says. I don't have a problem because Nothing happened to me. So that's one. And I don't know the dude really that well now, didn't know him that well then. So there's no real history there. But so we can kind of iron those details out. It's when I have a history or a rapport with you, or there's some longevity there, and you go out of your way to try and tarnish relationships, or you try to tarnish my name, or i.e. you try to stop business for me. That's when there's no reconciliation for me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been people on the platform that, that have had proximity towards me. I mean, around me. That's like you now. Me and you have kicked it. Like on more than one occasion, I've hit you. Like we talk. So that's like now all of a sudden you getting online doing some weird. I probably will never talk to you again.
Damn.
Because like you done been in my car, you done been in my house. I done invited you out. We done hung out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we cool. Me and you cooler than me and that guy. I don't really, I don't know him. We don't have no relationship. So, okay, it was your bad, whatever. We took a picture, whatever. Boom. I move on. We don't talk every day. We don't talk all the time. It is what it is. I would be more disappointed if you went online and was like, went and started trashing me, because I'm like, damn, I thought we was cool.
So it's the history.
Yeah, for me, it's more of a history.
I'm like,
yeah. Like if you like, because if I have a history and a rapport with you, then to me that you mean more. So I hold you to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? Because I invite you into my space. I frequent you. Like I kick it with you. I have some level of trust with you. So if you decide that you're going to exploit that or burn that down for social media, then it's like, damn, all right. Then there's no return, because once people see that I'm affiliated with you in a certain way, or vice versa, there comes a price that people are always looking for, a crack in the code, so that they can use that for their own clicks and views and stuff like that. So I just personally feel as though, I could almost be cool with somebody I barely know and had a one-off with, and we work it out. Because if you think about it, everybody I done came cool with at some point, there's been like a tiff. But then they've shown, like me and you, we wasn't always good, but I always knew, I was like, you supposed to be on my side. We
you
cool.
unfollowed me. Tell the people why you unfollowed me.
No, before that, I was like, you one of my people. Like you would drag me. I was like, you got good camera quality. I was like, you handsome. I said, come on, you supposed to be cool with me. You not supposed to not, you supposed to get it. I was so mad when you would, I'm like, no, you supposed to be on my side.
This
like
had to
I was
be a
so
long time ago.
That was when you first started dragging. I'm like,
okay.
You supposed to be on my team, not like you need to do it. But I'm just like, no, this is like you my type of boy. You supposed to be on my side. Like, no, we're not supposed to be. I wrote that in your. You remember? Do you remember I wrote that?
I do.
I was like, no. I was like, no, we are not doing this. No, we are not doing this. Not doing that. But you got unfollowed. I don't remember exactly why.
Yes, you do.
Do you know? You tell me now. I don't remember exactly why.
I did an interview with Jason Lee, and then all of a sudden you unfollow me. Then I hit you up, and I said, "Hey, Armon, did I do something?" Because obviously I knew that it had something to do with Jason Lee, but I didn't think you were going to be so petty about it.
Why did I do that? Because
why did you do that?
You know why? I think I was pissed during that time. Maybe because you didn't hit me up or something. Because I'm like, this little thing. Like, I think that was around the time, because like I was like, I'm the one like who put it out, like for the Fashion Nova thing. I was like, hey, okay, so now I can put it out there. So my nigga worked. He was your case manager. So
okay.
He was your manager.
Was he working with me the whole time?
Yeah.
The whole wow.
Time. So I got you the gig. So
you
I
did.
was like,
you did.
So I was like, oh, he was like, okay, I'm gonna add some more people. I'm gonna add YouTubers. And he said, who should I add? And I said, add Aaron. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna add Aaron. And I said this, and we said certain people, and we said certain people were not gonna get added because they were opening up a YouTube department. And so he was over the YouTube podcast department. So I made sure you got added on there. And then Jason Lee was trying to get in, but they didn't mess with him, so he was already blackballed slightly from the Fashion Nova thing. He was sending emails, and we already was like, no, he's not getting in. We had already X'd him out. So then you went and like did this interview with him. I'm like, what a weirdo. Like, why would you go and do
But
this with
that's
this bitch the
not.
next week? And I think, I don't know, I think I came up or something. I'm like, I don't like her. You see what this bitch just did to me, and we're cool. And you see how he tried to play me. And I felt like, why would you do that? I don't know. I don't actually remember, but I was a little irritated during that time. I don't remember, but at the end of the day, I didn't block you, and I think that you didn't take it personally. And then like I think I would only unfollowed you for like a week, and I followed you back.
You followed me back because you realized that I'm not messy and that I'm cool.
And that it wasn't that serious. I probably just was in my
It
feelings at
wasn't
that
that
moment.
serious.
Yeah.
You can be
So
on my platform. He can be on my platform. Vice versa. I can be cool with both of you guys, right?
I don't really care. At this, like, I don't care. I don't care. As long as you're not being messy with it, I don't care.
I like that you followed me back.
Yeah. Because I thought you didn't even unfollow me either. You were so annoying.
I didn't because I like you. No, because I genuinely like you. So I'm not, and then I'm not gonna be petty. I didn't want to be petty like you. So I'm like, I'm gonna continue to follow.
You're so annoying.
And then wait for him to follow me back.
You're so annoying. You are so annoying.
All right, let's play this or that. 50 minutes. Okay. This or that, reality TV or scripted TV?
I'm going scripted.
Scripted? Okay. Why?
Just because I love like Power and like Raising Kanan and those type of shows on like Stars and stuff. I mean, reality TV is like how I feel like I got my thing. Like, I was the person who loved The Real World over The Road Rules because I used to love like the idea of going and checking a person. So like Coral was my favorite. Like that was the original bad girl for me from The Real World days. Yeah, some of your older fans, they'll know who Coral is from The Real World, Real World New York. That was like my girl. So that is kind of, I used to always want to be on The Real World. So I don't know. It's back. I like them both. I can't choose. I like them both.
Okay, Hiss or Bigfoot? Get up on your Bigfoot. I call her Bigfoot. Lying on your dad, mama.
Well, I need them both because I do Hiss, then I do Bigfoot, then I do Bigfoot, then I do Hiss. They're a package deal.
Best line in Bigfoot.
Now listen up, Bigfoot. I got a lot of tea. I took it easy on you.
A cozy night in or a wild night out?
Oh, it just depends. Like, I'm good for both.
You're a party animal.
But I do love a good cozy night in.
What do you do on
But
your
a cozy night in is like a...
Like, what are you
Is it
watching?
like, am I by myself?
It's whatever is the perfect night in for you. It's Friday night. You're in. No work. No obligations. I want to know what you're eating for dinner. I want to know what you're drinking. I want to know what's on the TV or on the playlist. And I want to know who you with and what you wearing.
Okay, so if I'm by myself, I'm probably on my phone, bull crapping. I probably got some TV playing in the background, or probably not anything because I don't really watch a lot of TV. I can let the TV just watch me. I probably ordered a crawfish boil, okay, and added crab to it and added shrimp, and so I've been mixed it all. It came up to over $100. I've added extra potatoes and sausage in there, no corn. And I've got the trifecta sauce in there, the garlic, the Cajun, and the spice and the butter. And so I've got that. I have no clothes on. I've got me a little bottle of Don Julio. And I'm FaceTiming my girlfriend's Kiki, being a mess, and I'm chilling till I fall asleep.
If no clothes at all, or just like underwear?
I'm butt naked. I'm butt naked, paying it.
On FaceTime with your girls.
Yeah, can. Probably showing my ass and everything. Being a fool. If I'm by myself chilling, now if I'm like with my nigga, or like I'm outside on some like, or if I'm like chilling on a date on some, then the vibes are here. They probably got some weed. I got my liquor, baby, and we're probably about to be on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's giving.
Natalie Nunn or Jocelyn Hernandez?
For what? Because
in general,
they're both entertaining. Because the level of delusion that they both have, I love it. Like I love it.
So
I
who's the
can't
queen?
pick.
Who's the queen of Zeus? Natalie Nunn or
Natalie.
Jocelyn?
Natalie for sure.
Yeah. Why aren't you talking about baddies? How did you feel about baddies?
At this point, I just feel like I'm not talking about it because I, if you want to be honest, like I've talked about it so much in the past, and it's like, girl, listen, I should have been a host over there at this point. I'm not doing no promo like that no more. They need to put me on payroll.
But I feel like this
Yeah.
past season it got really, really popular, and now all of the girls are running to YouTube to like do their story times and review the shows, and it's really blowing up.
It's blowing up, but child, I'm and plus now, like I know a lot of them now, and I'm cool with Rolly and Natalie, and like I meet Lemmy. Lemmy is cool. Like I've met him several times now, like, and so it's just at this point, it's just I know, like I see them too much, and it's like it's just sticky. You know what I mean? So it's like I'd rather just enjoy it from the sides instead of like getting all the way involved, unless there's a check involved.
So how did you get started with the Fox Soul quickly?
They called me and told me that they needed me there and they wanted me to be on there. I was like, okay, I'll do it.
You like being amongst the people in a panel?
It's a learning curve for me, but I'm learning and I like the challenge. It's definitely a challenge to learn because I'm used to doing my own show by myself, and I'm used to like kind of taking over and talking. And so I'm learning now how to, blend in with an ensemble and learning how to, get my point out and then step back and, still show me without overpowering. So it's a learning curve.
I love how in last night's episode, Al was saying something about Wendy Williams, and you were like, "We said the same thing." I was like, "Clock it, clock it." I was like, "Yes." That was good. That was good.
Because I was like, huh? Like there's certain things that I just can't turn off. And my facial expressions and some of my emotional reactions, I just can't. Like, they're just a part of me forever. So,
all right. So, Fox Soul tonight, all week. When is it?
Listen, I need you guys all to come support and watch Fox Soul. It's every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. And I think that's 7 p.m. Central. So yes, myself, Al Reynolds, and Claudia Jordan get into the latest news and celebrity gossip. It's a great show. It's a good time. And it's slightly unfiltered. So come support the show. I'm there all week. This is my second week. I'm one of the few guest hosts that has had 2 weeks. I don't know what that means, but I just want us to make sure that we do our big one for this week for whatever this could mean in the future. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Aaron, for having me on your platform. And, shout out to your subscribers for allowing me to take up some space on the channel. And yeah, I appreciate you for that.
All right. Well, thank you, Armon, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Yes, I know.
Oh, and when I come out there, I want to do something in person. Yeah, go ahead.
Even though that you didn't ask me and I asked you because you just hate me,
Well, I've always wanted to do a video with you in person. So I was kind of waiting for that opportunity for when I come out there.
When are you coming out here?
Well, soon.
See, the dates and stuff always change with you. Remember where I was supposed to come to remember you invited me to New York and then you didn't even go? And I was in New York.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
I New York
never invited you. I never been to New York Pride.
Last year, remember we were supposed to go?
No, I don't remember that. You didn't invite me. That was a trip you were doing.
No.
I never did it. If I don't give you a date, if I don't say I have a flight,
what? So you didn't mention anything about an Airbnb?
No, I would never get an Airbnb in New York.
Okay,
I'm sorry, but we can do that soon. I love New York. We should do a trip together, like a tropical.
Actually,
we gotta go somewhere like.
Do a trip. I'm scared to do a trip with you.
Why?
Because
it could be a guy's trip.
I don't know. I just feel like, bitch, you're gonna get drunk. You're gonna be so drunk, and I just feel like I'm gonna have to carry you.
No.
I feel like you're gonna be like, like
people ask, what do you do when you travel? I'm like, drink. So yes, I do get drunk, but it's never like blackout.
You be like this.
No. I'm not a crazy, weird
that be you
blackout. I mean, I do get a little sleepy.
You drink and sleep.
Let's go to Mexico so we can drink and sleep.
You want to go? I'm actually already going. Want to go to PV? Did you go to PV before? Okay, so I'm going in May for their Pride. We're already going. Like me and one of the other boys from Boys Chat and like 2 other people. You should go with us.
Where are y'all staying?
At the Montemar.
Is it a house or a hotel?
Yeah.
That's where they get freaky. That's where they get freaky.
No, that's the resort.
No. I was in the pool at their pool. I wasn't even staying there, but my friends were like, "Oh, let's go to the pool there." So I go into the pool. It's me and my friend. We're minding our business. This white man and his boyfriend comes up to us and they're like, are y'all like into orgies and stuff like that? And I was like,
they don't know. This is this is Wendy Williams right there, right?
We're going to have fun when you get off your cleanse.
Okay.
All right. Love you, Armon.
All right. Love you too. I'm out. Bye.
Bye.